instead.
To our own cover.
Okay, shall we quickly rehearse?
My mother told me something about M&Ms.
I met a person one day who had stardust in their eyes, salt in their hair, and mud on their boots. I asked them where they'd been, and they replied, "My child, I've traveled across the plains, from outpost to outpost in search of a place to call home. I've fallen asleep under the shade of the mesa, learned to beg water from the cacti, and listened to the sigh of the prairie grass. In each town that I came to, I was welcomed as a stranger. They would ask to hear my story, and I would ask to hear theirs. I would stay for a while, leaning my guitar against their rough-hewn wooden walls, sharing stories across a campfire, singing songs full of longing and whittling wooden toys for their children. And always, one day, despite their kindness, I would wake up and gather my belongings and move on."
Country, like, stereotypes.
Yeah.
It's like,
And around, I'm there. Hey, how you doing?
you know.
You know, y'all, I was looking around the other day, and I just spied these old rickety Victorians, and you know what I got to thinking? Gender is a construct. It's an old Victorian house. Voices get stuck in the corners. Cobwebs get stuck in our mouths. It sighs and groans in the night, and it can't stand the wind from the south. You know, and then I just thought, I don't know if I want to live there, and, you know, I don't know if you all want to live there either. Yeah, the skeletons in the attic. The closets are all full of ghosts. The bedrooms are full of mildew. The shower is chock full of mold. The cutlery is tarnished in the living room. Furniture is lumpy. I mean, it just doesn't sound like a place I want to live. So I got to thinking, you know, what do I want instead? I want an open plan kitchen, skylights instead of a roof, laughter in the air like glitter, sequins on all of my shoes. I want parties with all my friends and all their cute pets too. And then I want more than that, you know? I want the extras. I want windows that open, a lemon tree in the yard, an extra place at the table, an extra bed that ain't hard. I want wine, fiefs, pavlova, prosecco, coffee, tea, cocoa, and absurdly small macaroons. You know what I'm saying. I want neighbors who love me, have 2 cups of sugar for us, yards without fences between them, bicycles without any rust, dinners on giant picnic tables under weeping willow trees. So then, I mean, maybe that's not even enough, you know? I think my final thought was, fuck the old Victorian, strip it down to its bones, take what we want from the ashes, recycle whatever we don't. Let's keep building, changing, adding wings for our friends, windows, weird places, doors that nowhere, doors go everywhere, doors that go
Kia ora, everybody. Welcome to story time. Today's story is Daniel's Hairy Tail. Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Daniel. Daniel had long hair that went down past his ears, past his shoulders, and all the way down to his waist. His mum loved his hair and would brush it carefully every day. Then one day, Daniel woke up and realised something. He realised that he wanted to cut it off. Now, he didn't want to just cut it a little bit, or even a medium bit. No, Daniel wanted to cut it all off. So Daniel went to his mum and announced, "I want to get my hair cut." And although she didn't understand why, Daniel's mum took him to the hairdresser, and the hairdresser cut all his hair off, just like Daniel wanted. The next day, Daniel went to school. Now, as it turns out, that day, Daniel had a meeting with the counsellor. The school counsellor was a very wise woman who knew lots of things. When Daniel walked into her office that day, the school counsellor saw that Daniel's hair was very different, and because she was wise, she knew there must be a very special reason. "Daniel," she said, "does this haircut mean anything?" Well, Daniel looked at the school counsellor. He could see how very wise she was. Daniel opened his mouth, and for the first time, Daniel told somebody that he was a boy. And all the townsfolk rejoiced, and every bell rang in the city. They celebrated with hokey pokey ice cream and triple chocolate cake and all the most delicious gin they had ever tasted. And from that day on, that day was Daniel's Day, and all the townsfolk celebrated with gender-affirming haircuts. The end.
Expose yourself to the mums at Plunket, to the snotty nose board, chick out chick. Expose yourself to that bully from high school whose name you forgot. Medicine? Mitch. Expose yourself to the Uber driver who listens to talk back and smells like musk. Expose yourself to the 40-year-old lady who exclusively shops at Posty Plus. Expose yourself to that sus guy with a handlebar moustache. Expose yourself. Just expose yourself. Expose yourself to the lady at work who puts fish in the refrigerator, to the bus driver who always misses your stop, to the Vodafone call center. Expose yourself to Kathy, you know Kathy, at the gym, to that teacher that preaches about grit, to your granddad who's got soup on his upper lip. Expose yourself to Linda in HR, to that 30-year-old in Ray-Bans at the bar. Representation is important. We gotta be visibly queer. You can't imagine what you haven't seen, so let me be completely clear. If there's one thing you can take away, let it be this one last thought. gotta do it every chance you can. Expose yourself to the youth.
So it's a real question, right? If you're not a boy or a girl, what do you call yourself when you start dating someone? Partner? Really full on. But you're not a boy or a girl. But then, a friend of mine introduced me to the term joy friend.
If I was your joy friend, I'd never let you go. I could take you places you ain't never been before. Baby, take a chance or you'll never ever know. I got money in my hands that I'd really like to blow. Swag, swag, swag on you. Chilling by the fire while we're eating fondue. I don't know about me, but I know about you. So say hello to falsetto in 3, 2, swag.
I'd like to be everything you want. Hey girl, let me talk to you. If I was your joy friend, never let you go. Keep you on my arm, girl, you'd never be alone. And I can be a gentleman, anything you want. If I was a joy friend, never let you go. I'd never let you.
Tell me what you like, yeah, tell me what you don't. I could be your bus lightyear, fly across the day. I don't ever wanna fight, yeah, you already know. I'ma make you shine bright like you're laying in the sun. Girlfriend, girlfriend, you could be my girlfriend. You could be my girlfriend till the world ends. Make you dance, do a spin and a twirl, and voice going crazy on this hook like a whirlwind. So
I like to be everything you want. Hey girl, let me talk to you. If I was a joy friend, never let you go. Keep you on my arm, girl, you'd never be alone. And I can be a gentleman, anything you want. If I was a joy friend, never let you go, never let you. So give me a chance, 'cause you're all I need, girl. Spend a week with your joy, I'll be calling you my girlfriend. If I was your man, I'd never leave you, girl. I just wanna love and treat you right. If I was your joy friend, never let you go. Keep you on my arm, girl, you'd never be alone. I can be a gentleman, anything you want. If I was your joy friend, never let you go, never let you go.
The traveler continued. When I reached the end of the plains, I came to the wide, wide ocean. I set sail with a brave band of sailors, the wind on our faces, sea spray in our hair, and our eyes peeled for a distant horizon. We visited many islands and ports, trading spice for rope, rope for copper, copper for tin, and tin for spice. We met people of all shapes, sizes, and complexions, people who wore clothing of all different lengths and shapes and colors, who played music that sounded like winds and storms, and music that sounded like trickling brooks and the calls of birds. We traveled with dolphins and seabirds. We saw fish shaped like houses and houses shaped like anthills. Once, I swear, I spied a mermaid out of the corner of my eye, but she was gone before I could turn my head. And at each of these ports, I could have happily stayed, but at each port, I returned to the ship when we raised anchor, and I voyaged on.
Do you like big trees? What are those things called, those big boots that you're wearing?
How long did it take to grow your leg hairs that long?
Do you like climbing trees?
How many cats did you save from the shelter?
Why are you wearing shorts? I don't know what I'm gonna be when I grow up. What are you?
Are you good at building things?
What are those big boots that you're wearing?
Why do you have a nose piercing?
Why do you wear pink?
Is it hard to get the studs on your jacket like that?
Do you like sandpipers?
Why is your hair so long?
What? Why do you have all those tattoos that are all on your arms and legs?
How many dogs do you have?
Do you have any brothers?
Would you say you're a top or a bottom?
What does fuck the patriarchy mean? How long is the beach?
Did it take long to get your jacket that covered in studs?
Are you like 50 years old? Can you swim?
Why is your hair so long?
Do you like your brother?
Why is yours so short?
I want to be like you when I grow up. Johnny! Johnny, I can't believe my eyes can see!
What is it, sweetie?
What's that? Could it possibly be?
No, it couldn't.
Is it a man in a dress?
Oh,
Johnny! Take the children! Hide them! They mustn't see!
In December, Lambton Key, shopping for presents for my nibblings. Walked into Gorman, a fab affair. Color blocked linen penetrate in the air. I spot a shirt on the sale rack. Color geometry, both front and back. I have to wear it, avert your eyes. Head for the dressing room to my surprise. It's not a shirt, it's a dress. It's not a shirt, it's a dress. Still in December, time to impress. Head to the theater awards, wearing my dress. Buttons on the wrong side, but I don't care. I feel fantastic in my evening wear. All of the players in our industry drawn to my shirt dress, I it timidly. Stevie says, oh, I love your tunic. I disagree. Get it right, Stevie. There's so much more to see. It's not a tunic, it's a dress. It's not a tunic, it's a dress. It's not a tank top, it's a dress. Oh, it's not a jacket, it's a dress. Oh, it's not a jumpsuit. It's not a gold tee. It's not a golf club. It's not a monocle. It's not a home loan. It's not a wristwatch. It's not a country song. It's not a jumpsuit. It's a dress. 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 It's a dress.
I don't have a favourite colour. My favourite colour is every colour. Every primary colour. Every colour that's bright, saturated, dense. Colour that makes your eyes burn. Colour that calls ahead, I'm coming, from a block away. Colour that makes you stop what you are doing when I walk past. Colour that makes you turn your head and makes you forget who you are for a minute because I'm so bright that I freeze your brain. Colour that fizzes, that gives me energy when I look at myself in the mirror and challenges me to be my best self, because you have to be your best self when everyone in the world can see you. Colour so bright I glow in the dark. Colour so bright that it solves world hunger. Colour that makes people think I'm in a production of Joseph. Colour like a slap in the face. Green so green it's aggressive. Blue so blue it's a relief. Red so red that it starts fires. Colour like medicine. Colour like a curse. All colour is my favourite colour.
What I was waiting for, and my time was running wild, a million dead-end streets, and every time I thought I got it made, it seemed the taste was not so sweet.
So I turned myself to face me, but I've never caught a glimpse how the others must see the faker. I'm much too fast to take that test. Changes turn and face the strange. Changes.
Don't wanna be a richer man.
Changes turn and face the strange.
Changes.
Just gonna have to be a different man.
Time may change me, but I can't trace time. Yeah. I watch the ripples change their size, but never leave the stream of warm impermanence, and so the days float through my eyes, but still the days seem the same.
And these children that you spit on, as they try to change their worlds, are immune to your consultations. They're quite aware of what they're going through.
Changes turn and face the strange. Changes.
Don't tell them to grow up and out of it.
Changes turn and face the strange. Changes.
It's a shame you blessed us up to our necks in it.
shooting star, and I knew where I needed to go next. I went ashore, bidding a long farewell to our crew, and I took a ship into space. In that void, I found a kind of peace, traveling in stillness between planets, accompanied by stars and space dust, visiting worlds that I could never have imagined with a crew of fellow wanderers. My child, I've been to the plains, to the high seas, and to the far reaches of space. I've been a cowboy, and a sailor, and a space explorer, and I am still all of those things. Your planet is the latest stop on my space voyage, but it won't be the last. And there's always space on my ship for one more. Pink like the inside of your baby, pink behind all of the doors. Crazy pink like the tongue that goes down. Maybe pink like the paradise found. Pink when you're blushing inside. Baby, pink is the truth you can't hide. Maybe pink like the faults of your brain. Crazy pink as we all go insane.
A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't meet you right away, not for years. You were an idea, a name we didn't quite get around to saying, a shadow passing across the doorway of a house party, a dirty thought slurred into the earlobes of strangers, one drink too deep. It's not that you were bad. You were boring and fascinating and too much at once, a hurricane, a storm and a teacup, a red sky at night. The weather reports varied. Whatever you were, it was scandalous. Did you hear? Something other people did, but not me. Oh, is it love from the first time I set my eyes upon yours, thinking, oh, is it love? You are only allowed in my bedroom. You materialise firm and brief under my fingertips on the odd, idle evening, out of sight before the flatmates got home. Boxers and lost property shirts still warm at the bottom of the closet. I touch the selfies through the cracked glass on the bus into town. You're nice to think about. But I don't feel well on nights you want to go out. I paint on lipstick and become deaf to wise questions with high, wandering, wanting inflections instead. This is a private affair, you hear me? And yet, you've filled a drawer and so many daydreams. It is love from the first time I set my eyes upon yours, thinking, oh, is it love? Could I sit with you for a while? Run my hands around your belly, speak low and slow, ruffle the new haircut. It suits you. Look at your eyes in a pocket mirror, trace the high points in your face, and let myself think about how well you'd age, about just how good it could all be. It is so nice to finally meet you. The person I've been so mean to, who has waited such a long time to be here. You're not even mad. Just glad to have the sunshine on your skin. Let's have a first date. A proper one. We'll sit across the table at a dimly lit restaurant and make small talk. Are you a sports guy, a shorts guy? Are you straight? What makes you happy on Saturday afternoons? What kind of man are you? What kind of boy do you want dessert? I want to know it all. I want to ask you to move in, to move your shirts to the front of the rack and kick off your sneakers to make tea and yourself comfortable. I'll introduce you to the neighbours. This is home now. We're going to finally do this, you and me. You can stay. Oh, it is love from the first time I set my eyes upon yours. Thinking, oh, is it love? Oh, I kiss you and I know it is love from the first time I set my eyes upon yours. Thinking, oh, is it love?
Alright, you guys ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
I am what I am. I am my own special creation. So come take a look. Give me a hook on the ovation. It's my world and I wanna have a little part in my world, and it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not worth a damn till you can say I am what I am. I am what I am. I don't want praise, I don't want pity. I bang my own drum. Some think it's noise, I think it's pretty. And so what? I love you, sparkle and spangle. Why not try to see things from a different angle? Your life was a sham till you can shout out, I am what I am. Yeah, guitar solo. I am what I am, and what I am needs no excuses. I deal my own death, sometimes an ace, sometimes the deuces. It's one life and there's no return and no deposit. One life, so it's time to open up your closet. Life's not worth a damn till you can shout